us one, baby.
All right, Cole's right here.
Woo!
Cole's Cruise. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop.
Hey, thanks for checking out the videos. I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel.
So if you get dropped, there's a couple options. There's always options to shoot down the middle. So basically what we do is we go down behind Publix, we go Fern, we go left. Over the bridge, we go left, up Fern, down. If you're dropped at that point, then you can turn right. And then we'll do Fern and we'll come back and pick you up for Weems. And then from there, we're gonna do the outside loops. When we get to Magnolia, we'll go up right. And we don't do black diamonds, they're optional. The only black diamond we do on the course is Wally World. That's pretty much the only one we do. If you find yourself ahead, you got a haircut? Good. If you find yourself ahead, like 3 seconds-ish, maybe just pull it back a little bit and be like, hey, so yeah, it's a group ride. Leave yourself rooms on Cadillac Climb. If you don't want to do something, there's plenty of ride-arounds to do something else. So if you don't want to climb it or whatever, if you get stuck on Cadillac Climb, just move over really quick because there's probably 2 or 3 guys behind you that want to try to shoot at that.
There's been a Thursday Cole's ride as long as I can remember, at least as long as I've been mountain biking in Tallahassee. I don't exactly know how long the Cole's ride has been going on, but I believe it actually used to start at Dick's Sporting Goods, and so this ride was at like 6 o'clock. It's been a staple around Tallahassee for a while, and much like other group rides, you know, you kind of tend to take off really fast and then you stop and you stop again and you stop again, and so, you know, that's just kind of the cadence of most of the group rides that I've been on. And Nixon, who invited me to come out to this Cole's Flow ride, at some point over the last year, or maybe he actually has been doing it longer, started meeting at 5:30 and taking off a little earlier than the normal group, and he created this ride that was essentially a no-stop ride, and it was a drop ride. And the idea was to keep a certain cadence and pace. I believe it's around 11 to 12 mile an hour average, and the way they achieve that is by not stopping. And so usually on Thursday nights I ride out in the National Forest if I'm in town, but my buddy Nixon had talked to me about, you know, why don't you come out to the ride? It'd be cool if you come out to the ride. And so eventually he arranged for me to get an e-bike and asked me if I'd come out and actually video the ride. And I said, absolutely. First of all, I've only ridden an e-bike one time, and that was at Cayuga a few years ago. And so I was pretty excited just to try an e-bike, if I were to be completely honest. And then two, I didn't know if I could actually keep up with the group. And so I'd always been a little hesitant to come out. Or maybe my initial thought was, that's probably not going to be very fun. It seems like a really fast ride. They don't stop. It's 17 miles an hour. And so maybe I've just kind of resisted even checking it out. And so with the e-bike arranged and a mission to do the videoing, and I was in town, I wasn't racing, it was time to go. And so, you know, you start out of the Cole's parking lot. A lot of the video that's been running so far is just some of the either POV or back cam footage. And at this point in the ride, we're entering towards Nessie and East Cadillac. And so, you know, again, they don't stop. But I was pretty surprised that the pace, it wasn't overwhelming the way I guess I kind of imagined it in my head, because it's a nice, steady, you just don't stop, you keep moving forward, but you're not like hammering back and forth. And that's what happens a lot of times in the group rides that I ride in, is everybody takes off, you know, your heart rate gets spiked, but then you stop about 6, 7, 8 minutes later, and then you repeat that cycle. And so as you can kind of see here, you know, we're moving along swiftly, but it's a nice cadence. It's very smooth. And just like the name of the ride says, it is a flow ride. I did like having the e-bike. It was pretty cool on some of these hills, but I'm definitely going to go back with just my normal mountain bike and I think it's something that I'm going to start incorporating into rides when I'm here in Tallahassee, and I really appreciate Nixon pushing me out of my comfort zone and, you know, just, I don't know, encouraging me to try something that I had been resistant to. And so I hope you liked the video. I hope you'll come out and check out the ride. It's on Thursdays, 5:30. They leave promptly from the KOHL parking lot. It's a 17-mile ride. It seems like it averages somewhere around 11 to 11.5, maybe 12 miles per hour. I know some of the times I see the posts, they do go a little faster, but even though it is a drop ride, if you caught at the beginning of Nixon sort of giving the ride plan, there are plenty of opportunities that if you get behind or you aren't able to keep up with the group, you can re-intersect with them. And in fact, what happened to me is as I was going along towards the end of Cadillac, the batteries finally gave out on the GoPro, and so I split off for a little bit on Magnolia, switched out the batteries in the GoPro, and then caught them back at Wally. So Thursday nights, 5:30, KOHL parking lot, give it a go. Even though it's a drop ride, you'll do fine. It's fun. Hope to see you out there. Thank you so much, Nixon, for the invite. Thank you, Epic Bikes, for giving me the e-bike to use. Check out Epic Bikes if you're in Tallahassee. They got a wide assortment of Specialized, Santa Cruz, Pivot. They got tons of bikes, everything you need, and you probably catch Nixon wrenching back in the back. All right, take care, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.